Hear, O Israel, Adonai our Lord is one. I hold these words like fire inside my chest. I will love Adonai with all my heart, with all my soul, with all my strength. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. These words I carry today upon my heart. I teach them to my children line by line. I speak them at home, I speak them on the road. When I lie down, when I rise into the light, bind them to my hand before my eyes, write them on my doorposts, on my gate. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך. והיו הדברים האלה על לבבך ודיברת בם ובשכבך ובקומך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. If you will listen, truly listen, today loving Adonai, serving with heart and soul. He gives the rain in season, early and late, and you will gather grain and wine and oil. Your fields will bloom, your herds will eat, and you will be satisfied. But guard your heart, do not turn aside, do not bow to other gods, do not forget. For wrath can burn, the heavens can close, the land can withhold its fruit. Do not be lost from the good land, the gift Adonai gives. Shema Yisrael, Shema Adonai spoke to Moshe, tell Israel this, make fringes on the corners of your garments. Place a cord of blue through every generation. Let it be your tzitzit when you see it, remember. And do my commandments. Do not follow hardened eyes that pull you into unfaithfulness. Remember and be kedoshim to Adonai. I am Adonai, your Eloah, who brought you out of Egypt. Shema Yisrael, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai
Vihi Noam Adonai Eloheinu Alenu Uma Ase Yadenu Konena Alenu Uma Ase Yadenu Konenehu. That the sweetness of the Eternal be upon us, that he may establish for us the work of our hands, that he may affirm the works of our hands. Psalms 90, verse 17. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiteshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu ad bri Torah. Hallelujah. Thank you all for stopping by. This is your servant and friend, Roy Ephraim Jaime, bringing you a reflection. Unravel the Lies of Tradition is the title of this teaching. I hope it is benefit to those who are seeking all the truth concerning the scriptures, the word of Elohim. Now I'd like to start with a question. Did you know that Yahshua never forbade hand washing? That's correct, my brothers and sisters. Yahshua never forbade hand washing, which is the Netilat code. You've never been told about it like this. For years, many believers read the gospel thinking that Yahshua came to destroy Jewish traditions. But when you study the Hebrew context, discover something completely different. The problem is that we read the Bible as Westerners. The scene begins when some Pharisees and scribes observed that Yahshua's disciples were eating bread without washing their hands. Then they asked him, "Why do your disciples break the traditions of the elders? For they do not wash their hands when they eat bread." Matthew chapter 15, verse 2. And Mark adds something very important to understand the context. For the Pharisees and all the Jews clinging to the tradition of the elders, if they do not wash their hands often, they do not eat. Mark chapter 7, verse 3. See the details. They weren't talking about hygiene. They were talking about a Jewish ritual tradition. The famous washing of hands spoken of in the gospel was the Netilat Yadayim, which is a practice related to purity, spiritual preparation, and reverence before eating. And where did this custom come from? In the first place, where did this custom come from? Its origin is related to the priestly practices of the temple. In the Torah, priests were required to wash their hands before serving before the Eternal, before Adonai. And Aaron and his sons shall wash his hands and his feet in it. Exodus chapter 30, verse 19. Water represented preparation, awareness, reverence, and holiness. In time, many teachers in Israel began to teach that the hearth table should be seen as a spiritual extension of the temple altar. That is why, before eating bread, some Jews practiced ritual hand washing accompanied by blessings. It wasn't magic that they were doing or believing. It was not superstition. It was a way of remembering even the everyday can be done in front of Adonai. And here is something shocking that almost no one mentions. More than 2,000 years ago, the people of Israel already had washing and purification practices, long before modern science understood bacteria. Today, we know scientifically that hand washing helps enormously to prevent diseases, infections, and contamination. But the Bible already spoke of hygiene, purity, sanitary insulation, and washings more than 3,000 years ago. The tabernacle had a bronze wash basin for priestly washing. The Torah spoke of quarantines, cleaning clothes, handling skin diseases, and purity of the camp. While many ancient civilizations lived among pollution and waste, the Torah already taught extremely advanced sanitary principles for its time. And this is impressive because many times modern man believes he has discovered things that Adonai had already taught millennia ago. So Yahshua knew these customs perfectly well because he was born, he lived, and taught within Judaism. In fact, he himself lived within the Jewish world of the first century. He went to a synagogue, he celebrated Passover, Pesach, he kept Shabbat, all the feasts, and he actually taught in rabbinical parables, which that's what Kabbalah means. He participated in the biblical feasts. He prayed using expressions from the Judaism of his day. Even the Lord's Prayer has a deeply Hebrew structure and similar to ancient Jewish prayers. Avino Shebashana Maim, sorry, our Father in heaven. So, what was Yahshua correcting? Yahshua was not criticizing the washing of hands. He was criticizing the hypocrisy. Because while they were discussing an external ritual, they had forgotten the most important thing, which is the heart. That is why Yahshua responds somewhat shockingly. This people honors me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. Matthew chapter 15, verse 8. And then he teaches, not what goes into the mouth defiles a man, but what comes out of the mouth defiles a man. Matthew chapter 15, verse 11. Many read this text as if Yahshua were saying, nothing external matters. But in reality, he was saying something much deeper. It is not enough to clean only the hands if the heart is still dirty. Because some were obsessed with looking pure on the outside, while inside there was pride, there was hatred, there was judgment, arrogance, greed, and lashon hara, bad tongue, gossip. That is why Yahshua teaches that what is truly dangerous is born from within, because words are born from the heart, actions are born from the heart, violence is born from the heart, hatred is born from the heart. And here's the key that many never understood. Yahshua did not come to destroy the Torah or to eliminate everything. He came to take it to its true depths. He did not cancel the washing, it raised the bar. Because it is useless to have clean hands if the heart is full of resentment. It is useless to appear sanctified or appear with sanctity if we then destroy people with our tongues. It is useless to know a lot of Bible if we didn't learn to love. The problem was never tradition. The problem was to use tradition without inner transformation. I'm going to say that again. The problem was not was the problem was never tradition. There are some traditions that are good and there's some traditions that are bad. There's traditions that take you away from the Torah. But there's oral traditions that are passed down from generations to generation to 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 to, to worship Elohim. So the problem was to use tradition without inner transformation. And perhaps today we are still doing exactly the same thing. We sing, we congregate, we preach, we raise our hands. But Yahshua continues to look deeper inside the heart. Review what comes from within. And perhaps today the most important lesson is not to look at the hands of others, but to check our own heart. There's a verse that says, why taketh you the mote of your brother's, the speck of your brother's eyes, and do not take the mote out of your own eyes, right? First, take the mote out of your eyes, and then you will be able to uh, take the speck that's in your brother's eye. So, because it is very clear to point out the external, it is very easy to criticize how someone else lives. It is very easy to focus on the spiritual appearance. But Yahshua came to teach us something higher, to look within. Check our words. And I'm talking about look within in a personal level. Because we often try to look within someone else's heart. Look within your heart. Look within our heart personally. Look within. Check our words. Check our anger. Check our pride, our unforgiveness, our treatment of others. Sometimes we want to change the world when Adonai first wants to transform our interior. And the good news is this: Yahshua did not come to condemn you, he came to purify you from within. He did not come only to change your external bad habits, but he came to give you a new heart. And when the heart changes, hands, words, and the whole life also change. So, my brothers and sisters, this is a small reflection so that you do not be caught up with all the lies, because the world will always say what's good is bad and what's bad is good. And we need to go to the foundation of, of our faith so that we can judge correctly. May you all be blessed. May you all have shalom. And I will say the ending prayer. Please, O eternal Elohim, our Elohim, make the words of your Torah be pleasant to our mouths and in the mouths of all the people of Israel. Then both we and our descendants, as well as the descendants of our descendants, and the descendants of your people Israel, be aware of your name and studiers of your Torah, for the sake of themselves Blessed are you, Eternal, who teaches Torah to your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiteshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu ad debrei Torah. Blessed are you, Eternal, our Elohim, sovereign of the universe, that has sanctified us with your commandments and has ordained us in respect for the studies of your word of the Torah. May you all have a blessed day and Shavua Tov to all. Have a good weekend.
The fire is strong, but I'm not afraid. He walks with me through every flame. I hear his voice, I know his name. Yeshua, forever the same. I am not alone, I am not alone. Through the fire, he brings me home. I am not alone, I am not alone. Through the fire, he brings me home. I am not alone. I am not alone. The chains are gone, the fear is past. His perfect love will always last. He lifts me up, he holds me tight. My victory shines in holy light. I am not alone, I am not alone. Through the fire, he brings me home. I am not alone, I am not alone. Through the fire, he brings me home. I am not alone. I am not alone. I am not alone. I am not alone.